Marcus Hayes, Fight Hub TV here with the one and only Mr. Joey Spencer. What's up, Joey? How you doing, brother?
Doing pretty good. How are you?
Real good, man. Enjoying time right before the holidays, brother. It looks like you're going to be one of the main attractions on Christmas night, man. Talk to me about uh, getting a chance to fight on Christmas night. So we know we always get good basketball games on Christmas. Boxing is starting to get into the fray on Christmas. What's it mean to fight on Christmas, bro? Once in a lifetime.
Yeah, I never thought that that'd be a day that I'd get a chance to fight. It just fell on the perfect day this year, and it's a blessing. It really is. I'm super happy to be able to be out here on Christmas and give the fans something to do after they've eaten, their Christmas dinner, and they can sit down on the couch and watch some good fights. That's what I'm excited to provide for everybody and be a part of.
Absolutely, man. And when we start talking about having Christmas dinner and having a good fight, man, we've got your fight, Mr. Ponce, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Um,
Yep.
for all intents and purposes, man, this is a tough guy. 18 and 4.
Yep.
He looks like he's coming to do a little bit of work with you, man.
Mhm.
Tell me about the matchup. Break it down. What do you think?
Yeah, I think he's a good dance partner. I think that he's a guy who throws a lot of punches. He's a volume puncher. And he likes to move, but he also likes to mix it up. And he's not hard to find at the same time. So he likes to move along the edge of the ropes, and he's got some counter punching ability. He doesn't mind taking a shot, and he's never been stopped. So that'll be a goal of mine to go in there and be the first one to stop him. And again, I think he's a good dance partner. I think he's going to come out trying to win. So that's always what you want. And hopefully, the ideal case would be able to be to get some rounds and also be able to do some damage and get him out of there.
Absolutely, man. And let me put some respect on the homie's name. It's Limberth Ponce from
Yes.
Rock Island, Illinois, by way of Mexico.
Yep.
Um, like I said, man, this is a tough guy, 18 and 4. And he's got a couple of KOs, man. I was looking at his record. He's got 11 guys out of there inside the distance. Like you said, he's
Yeah.
got power. He does have he throws in flurries. It looks like
Mhm.
this could be a shootout, man.
Yeah.
What do you think about it? You trying to still fight it tonight or what?
Yeah. Well, you know what? I think it'll be definitely an exciting fight because, like you said, he doesn't go anywhere. He likes to throw punches and bunches. So, and I'm not going to be going anywhere either. So, should be a real entertaining matchup. And yeah, I definitely think that we very well could.
I've heard good things about you in camp. I've heard that you're in outstanding condition. You're in great shape. That
Yeah.
you look great in sparring. What are some of your goals? You mentioned earlier that you wanted to stop Ponce. Aside from stopping him, is there anything that you've worked on since your last fight that you're looking to kind of display? Anything special? Any tricks inside your bag this week?
You know what? I just you alluded to my camp, and I had an outstanding camp. I felt incredible. Had the best weight cut of my career. Had the best training camp of my career. So I'm really just looking forward to going out there and just continuously as I get more experience, just showing people more and more of what I can do. I don't have anything specific that I'm looking to go out there and show, but I'm just going to go out there and start working the jab, and then I'll be able to do what I want in there. I'll be able to do what I want and be able to do what I need to do as the fight progresses, and whatever he comes in with, I'm going to be able to counter it and adjust. And that's what I plan to go in there to do. I'm looking forward to going in there and having a good time. This is what I love to do. So Christmas night, almost done with the weight cut, and I'm just looking forward to going in there and just doing what we love.
Yeah, man. We talked earlier about the weight cut. You told me things are going great. Your body feels great, man. You're not really putting too much effort out to make weight this time around. Tell me what's been the difference in your camp. Is it the
Yeah.
camp? Is it nutrition? What's made it so easy for you to make weight this time around? What's changed, or what have you kind of picked up that's working for you?
Yeah, you know what? It's just my dad always likes to say when research and development right now. So every fight we come in and we're just seeing what we can do, different strategies we can use, whether it's weight cut or camp or the way that we go about our training that makes me feel the best in the ring on fight night. And I feel like at this point, I'm almost 22, still 21, and I'm getting to the point where I've almost got all those things nailed down, where I've got my strategic. From a strategic standpoint, I know what I need to do to feel best on fight night. And one of the things was just we've worked with different nutritional strategies as far as losing the weight throughout camp, and some of those have been to keep most of the weight and lose it in water in the end. And we've really just found a healthy balance of maintaining weight outside of camp and not having to lose too much water weight coming into the fight. So it's really just a good balance of just maintaining. So when I come into camp, I'm already at a good place in weight. And I think that's what such a big part of my camp was, why it was so good, because it's just been so consistent. I didn't really have to do anything stringent.
Nutrition wise, what's your go-to meal been? Have you been eating well? What have you been eating? Tell
You
us a
said,
little
have
bit
I been?
about your diet.
Yeah, you know what? It's actually right now. Right now, I've actually been eating a lot of venison in my camp. That was a big part of my camp this time. We're coming off of a fresh hunting season in Michigan, and we were very successful this year. So a big part of my camp, believe it or not, I haven't really bought any meat from the store. I've just been eating venison. So that's a very, very high protein meat with very low fat, very lean, and it's got double the protein as a beef steak. So I've been getting most of my protein in through venison, and that's been a difference in nutrition this camp.
Interesting, man. My guy Joey Spencer is going with the venison. There's always
Yeah,
something. There's always some little hookup that a lot of guys did. I know Tim Bradley, who's a guy that I talk to often. He went vegan
yeah,
before his fights, man. So I guess it just probably makes it a little easier for you, huh? To just keep the weight
absolutely.
down.
Absolutely. It's just lean, good meat, quality meat. And you really can't get any more healthy than going out and getting it from, the woods and from an organic standpoint, you can't have it any better, to be
Man,
honest.
as a California dude, man, that hunting is something serious, brother.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
that's just not something that we doing here in the IE a whole bunch of, man. But I saw like my guy Gary Russell Jr. I follow him on IG, and I saw him uh, breaking off a deer, something proper, man, cutting
Yeah.
it up and just kind of dressing that bad boy down, man. It take a different type of dude to take that blade to the food and to bring it from the field to the plate. I give you
Yeah.
guys credit for that, bro. That's something else.
Thank
One
you,
of my
brother.
favorite shows is that Meat Eater show on
Oh, yeah.
Netflix.
Great one.
If you haven't
It's a
watched
great one.
that, right? It's a
Oh, it's a
great
great one. Yeah.
show. You know,
Great
man,
show.
I wanted to get back into your opponent. Your opponent, he calls himself uh El Gallito. And I looked that up online, bro, and it's kind of I
Mhm.
guess it's a maybe I'm hoping it's a fighting chicken. In English, it translates into the cock. So, I thought that was kind of
That's
weird, man. Yeah, nah, in English, bro, on Google, if you fans can look it up, man, El Gallito just translates to the cock. So I'm thinking that's probably like a cock, like a fighting chicken or something like that, man.
yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah. It's gotta be. Gotta
Yeah,
be.
man. We've
Yeah.
had some big fights come up recently in the last couple of weeks. December 5, we had Isak Cruz put on a very spirited effort versus Tank Davis. What'd you think about that fight, man? What'd you think?
Yeah, it was a good fight. We saw Tank go through some adversity with his hand, and he had to fight like a champ in those last rounds and get through the rounds without, um, you know, losing, and that was something admirable. And um, Cruz showed, that you can't sleep on him for the future, and we're going to see him again. He's put on a real entertaining fight, and it was just an all around fun fight to watch stylistically between the two of those guys. And so we'll see what happens in the future. I know they're probably not going to have a rematch, but we'll probably see Cruz in there with some of the other lightweights. I
I
guarantee it.
hope I hope so, man. I hope that Isak gets his fair shake. He
Yeah,
definitely came to fight. He definitely
heck yeah,
put on a spirited effort. I did have Tank winning by a few rounds, man, but I thought that
yeah,
was a great fight. Another
yeah.
one that a lot of people talked about that was a real hotly contested fight, man. We talked about it off camera before was Kambosos and
Hmm.
Teofimo Lopez up at
Hmm.
Madison Square Garden, man. That was a great fight, man. What'd you think about that one?
Yeah, that was a war. That was a war. It was good for boxing, and it's always good for boxing when an upset comes into play, and when an underdog can come in and show the fans that anything can truly happen in the ring. So I think that Teofimo overlooked his opponent a little bit, and it's an easy thing to do when you get to that point, and when you got a guy who's more of just a mandatory coming in, you don't really expect it to be that big a deal, and then I feel like he also got into his head a little bit. I heard him talking about that he said something about his mother, and that's why he came out trying to knock him out and so fast. And in boxing, it's a lesson that we learn and sometimes for ourselves, and hopefully we can, us young fighters can learn it from the guys who come before us like that. That can't let anybody get in your head, and you can't fight with emotion. And if you fight with emotion, that you're putting yourself in a very dangerous position. So we always just got to remember that. And good on Kambosos because he's a very, very good fighter. You can just see it that he can box. I told my dad before the fight that it was going to be a good fight and that Kambosos could definitely give him some problems because I had seen the way he fights and his style is very effective.
Absolutely, man. If you watch Cambosis, one of the things that sticks out when you watch Cambosis is number one, his work is extremely fast.
Yes,
Number two, his work is tight. His punches are tight. Even in
yes,
practice, his punches are tight. His defense is
yeah,
tight. His head roll is tight, and he brings
mhm,
that into the ring, man. He definitely sticks up to his name, the ferocious George Cambosis, man. Shout out to him, bro. A real interesting fight developing, man. I would like to see maybe if
yeah,
they got in there again. All the best to Teofimo Lopez too. It looks like he
yes,
actually came in sick and ended up getting
yeah.
some sort of chest
Oh
air
yes,
inside the rear of his chest wall. Actually,
mm,
was something quite serious for a little while. So thankfully,
wow,
man, everything lined up and Teofimo ended up escaping the night. Not with his belts, but he left with his life, man, and that's the most important thing. No doubt. Another one I gotta touch on.
absolutely,
I
absolutely.
gotta touch on. We watched Jake Paul put T Wood to sleep the other night, dog.
Yeah,
What
yeah,
about it? I
yeah.
mean, I didn't expect T Wood to win, but I was surprised at that he kind of got caught with. If anybody's boxed, he got caught with one of those sucker shots that people throw in sparring all the time. Man, I was shocked that he got hit with that. What'd you think
Yeah.
about that?
You know what? At the end of the day, you say what you want about Jake Paul, and obviously his personality rubs people wrong, and I think that's what he's kind of trying to do. But at the end of the day, he's getting in there. He's getting in there, and he's fighting. And I get what people are saying. He needs to fight boxers. He needs to fight boxers, but he is fighting fighters, and he's only been boxing for a couple of years. So as far as moving up, if you're treating your career, with care, you're moving up the right way. You're taking time to get experience, and you're getting these fights that, as you're getting better, that you can win, but also make money. And there's a lot of money to be made. So at the end of the day, it's not like he's faking it. He's getting in there and fighting guys. So cool, good on him. It's something that not a lot of people are willing to do, step in those ropes. So he's doing it. So whether you like him or hate him, he's doing it. He is getting in there and doing it, and it's not an easy thing to do. Making that walk is a son of a gun. So if he's willing to do that, then he deserves respect. So it's the way it
No
is.
doubt, man, and yeah, my hats off to Jake Paul, man. I mean, people think I guess it started off as a joke, but it just goes to show a
Yes,
devotion and passion can come together to make beautiful things. I urge anybody out there, if you got something that you want to do, just go do it.
I think
Don't
that's a
wait.
big part of it too. Is like I said, love him or hate him, he's taking sports serious. So he's taking sports serious. He's showing that he's showing how serious of a sport it is and how serious you have to take it as these guys from MMA are coming in and seeing like, man, I really got to take boxing as a sport seriously if I'm going to get in there because it's not a joke no matter who you get in there with. That's a big part about it. It's not, you're getting in there and someone's got two fists, they got a chance to knock you out. And you saw it the other night. And so you always got to take the sport serious, and that's what he's doing. So as long as he's doing that, then good on him.
Before that, and before the other fights, we also had Crawford and Porter locked up
Yeah.
on 11/20. Tell me about what you remember about that fight. We had Terence Crawford stopping Shawn Porter in the 10th round, man. What'd you think about that bout?
Man, I had Porter up when Crawford, ended up getting the stoppage, and I saw somebody in his corner come tell Crawford that
Mm,
he was down, and you could see the look on his face change, and it was just like locked in. And I felt like that was one of the most motivating parts is he locked in right then and went and finished the show within probably 30 seconds after he got that news. He's a special fighter, man. His mindset is special, and it's greatness we're seeing. And you know what, Porter, he shows greatness every time out too. Just a pure dog and willing to step in there with anybody. And he's an example to all of us. So if he's truly retired, it was an honor to
yeah, man.
watch him throughout his career, man. One of just
Absolutely.
the guys young fighters can just watch and learn. Really, just watch and learn.
Man, Sarah too. The homie Shawn Porter, man.
Yes,
An outstanding career.
absolutely.
Somebody that always put butts in the seats, like Mayweather said.
Yep.
And who always fought with his heart and his soul, man. He trained hard. He's a treat to watch in the broadcast booth. I look forward to seeing what Sean and Kenny have coming up next, man. And
Yeah, I agree.
definitely hats off to Shawn Porter for an amazing career. But going back to Bud
Totally agree.
Crawford, this is a different guy. This definitely is a different guy. He showed and he proved. It's unbelievable. And you can kind of feel it, man. When you see him, you see his family. I mean, these guys are. He's rolling with good people, man. It's something
Yeah,
to watch. Bud Crawford's a special fighter. It's definitely gonna take
absolutely.
somebody special to beat him, but that welterweight division is no joke, man. I wish all of them
No,
well. What a
absolutely.
we're gonna be having some battles with these guys coming up here pretty
Yeah, we
soon,
are.
man.
And now if Crawford comes and signs with, he's leaving Bob Arum. So I feel like the only thing we're bound to see is Spence and Crawford at some point, because I really think that's the only thing that's been holding up that fight is them not really been being signed with people who are willing to do the business together. But now that Crawford's coming, I feel like there's only one way to go. And Crawford's not stupid, and I think that he wants that fight. And I think Spence wants that fight. I think they just want to be in the same place. So I think that we're going to see that fight. That's going to be something else, man.
Tell the fans, let everybody know where we can watch your fight on Christmas night, man. You go ahead and take the floor, bro. Where can we see it? When is it? What time is it? Give us the details.
Yep. Yeah, catch me on Fox. I don't know exactly where I'm going to be out in the lineup on Fox. I think they're calling it the co-feature, but I don't know exactly where that's going to line up or what time it's going to come on. I believe the card comes on at 6 or 7 o'clock. So Christmas on Fox. So everybody tune in, and if you follow me on Instagram at Joey D Spencer, I'll be posting the exact time when I get more information. But I'm I'm excited and I'm ready to put on a show. So whoever's watching, I appreciate it.
Man, once again, Marcus Hayes, Fight Hub TV with the one and only Joey Spencer, man. Joey, good luck, brother. And
Thank you,
we're
brother.
hoping that Santa Claus brings something nice to you and your family, man. Everybody comes home safe, brother. Looking forward to watching you get down on Christmas Day, man.
My man.
Appreciate the time.
Thank you,
Tune
buddy.
in
Thanks so
Christmas
much.
night on Fox.
Yes, thank you.
Marcus Hayes, Fight Hub TV. Appreciate you, Joey, dog.